you could basically get what's called cash flow lending and borrow against your future projections. And to do that, you can structure it where a certain percent of everything you make in or your profits goes to them first, or whoever the lending institution is first. Like I said, I'm going to go into the detail of it, but you understand the basic foundation of it. By far my favorite, and what I recommend a lot of people to do, especially if they want to start their business and prove it while it's still in a small stage, is do pre-sales. See, structure and basically formulate a model or a strategy that allows you to sell your product in advance. So you can get 10, 15, 100 items sold before you need to deliver to your customers. They might get it for a discount, or they might get an upgraded one for the standard price or something like that. But it's something that brings cash in as soon as possible and gives you a lump sum before you actually need to get busy starting. Especially if it's a service base, you can do that a lot easier than an actual physical product. But yeah, that is also definitely a brilliant way to start your company, get some cash in, and actually show that you've got a track record of money coming in, delivering your service or product, and getting happy customers. Because those testimonials, those first set of customers, are really, really important for your track record and for your reputation in the marketplace. Okay, now a lot of people tell me about crowdfunding, and I actually hate crowdfunding. It's been sold as this brilliant, fantastic new way of raising capital, but for most companies, it actually doesn't work. Now, I spent about 6 months, almost a year, looking into crowdfunding for my project, and it didn't fit for us because crowdfunding requires a lot of transparency. So that means releasing, your technology and patterns and structures and strategies as to why and how you're going to do what you're going to do. That didn't work for us at all, because a lot of our stuff was, highly confidential. Another thing I noticed was the very, very low success rate, really low success rate. So we did a study on a crowdfunding platform. No, it was about 3 of them actually. I remember looking at Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and another one called Crowdcube. And they were the big ones at the time. I think they're still all up and running at the moment. I've not looked into it for a good few years now. And depending on which platform you looked at, firstly, only 20% of the actual crowdfunding campaigns were accepted and put live on the site. Some of them just allow you to put any site. I think Indiegogo just allows you to go live. So you can set up a profile and set up your campaign and get it running. But some of the others, only 20% of the actual submissions went live on the site. So out of 100, only 20 went through. And then of the 20 that went through, only 5% of the 20 actually achieved their goals. And there's a myriad of reasons, and it actually costs quite a lot of money and sweat equity to do a crowdfund properly, because you've got to get a lot of press, you've got to be continually pushing, you've got to be boosting your posts on social media, you've got to be paying for SEO and a range of different things. You've got to constantly be releasing content, constantly be in contact, constantly be answering questions. So you've got to have a round-the-clock team, so when potential investors are asking questions or want to get in touch or interact with you, somebody's got to be there. I remember following a YouTuber called Freddie W. They've recently, not recently, but they rebranded the channels or whatever. But they did VFX films, brilliant VFX films, like with no budget whatsoever. They just loved doing what they did and just put in the sweat equity to create that. Had 1 million subscribers on YouTube. When they wanted to do their own series, I think it was called Video Game High School or something like that. It was actually a brilliant little show for not having any budget and campaigning and raising money. When they decided to crowdfund for it, out of their 1 million subscribers, they got just about 1% actually engage and put in some money. and that still didn't raise enough capital because it was average Joes who've got $5, $10, $15 spare, and not everybody, you know, is confident in investing, or they saw it even as an investment, because crowdfunding, you don't necessarily get equity or anything like that, and the numbers just don't balance out. The traction isn't what you expect it to be, and some things are great because they've got a, you know, passion project and a heart-rending story behind it, but even the most heart-rending stories, some of them didn't achieve their targets. And these crowdfunding platforms, if you don't, you know, achieve your targets, you don't get any of the money. Or some of them allow you to, but then they'll take a bigger percent of whatever you've raised if you don't hit your actual target. Some people it works. For me personally, I don't like them. It's about 6 months of work, because you've got to design the campaign and then build all your content for it, and then actually launch the campaign. So 30 to 60 days where you're constantly on the grind, not building your business, just working on the campaign. That's it. So it sucks up quite a lot of time and resources to get all of this together, and you need a team to run it. You cannot do it as a one-man show. And that's why I don't like crowdfunding. I'm gonna try and keep these short. It's looking like it's about 15, 20, 25 minutes long, which is way longer than I like these clips to be. I like them to be, you know, under 10 minutes or around about 10 minutes. So like, subscribe, share, comment, DM, message me, email me if you got my email, call me if you got my number. I'm on LordAllanKennethOkello on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Subscribe. See you soon.